Welcome back to the Go Champions League matchup between Penta and Copenhagen Wolves. The overlay lies. It's the wrong team name. It is Copenhagen Wolves playing against the German squad, and at the moment it looks very good for the Danes. They have picked up the first map, Mirage, with a 14-16 scoreline. It was a thrilling matchup and it was a team effort by the Danes. On the other side, we had Nex and Dennis perform really good for Penta Sports. NKJ only had 10 frags though, and he needs to step it up on Inferno to get his squad back on track. Of course, we are playing a best of 2. A lot of people have asked what's that all about. Actually, it is 2 best of 1s played after each other because we wanted to have the teams play each other twice. 2 best of 3 series would be too long, so we went for 2 best of 1s getting played right after each other because it's easier to schedule them. CSGO Launch had a problem because they only have best of 1 and best of 3 in their system, so they decided to handle it like a best of 3 that gets tied and the skins get returned in case of a tie. HLTV had the same problem. They went for the best of 1 and just add both maps to their website. The league, however, doesn't care about the 2 maps. They only care about the outcome of the first map, and then, like it was a whole different story, about the outcome of the second map, because both maps are worth 3 points in the league. We've got 10 teams in the league. Virtus Pro, Property, all those names are in there. Navi, Hellraisers, Mousesports, Penta, Dignitas, Copenhagen Wolves, and I think I've forgotten one team. Virtus Pro, did I say that? Yeah, I said it. I don't know, but there are 10 teams in the league, and the first 6 teams with the most points will move on to the playoffs and duke it out for the $30,000, which are up for grabs in this tournament. 15,000 of them will go to the first team, and that's quite a nice amount of money. So let's see if Copenhagen Wolves can get another round for them. They are sitting at the 3rd last spot with 4 wins out of 8 games. Now they have 5 wins out of 9 games. Maybe they can make it 6 wins out of 10 games. On the other side, we have Penta with 2 wins out of 8 games. Not the best record, but they had quite a few hard matchups. Copenhagen Wolves will start off on the CT side in this pistol round. They have 3 players on top of Banana, and one of them gets dinged already. Snappy is down to 1 and Hunden down to 6 as well. So the CTs are basically out of this round. If they can't pick up those straight headshots, I can't see them get back in this round anymore. Penta on the A take. Now they have left Nex on the bottom of Banana. He's taken on any backstabbers, and the rest of the squad will capture the A bomb site against SMF and Snappy, who are around the pit and A short. Now Penta still have the possibility to push into the B bomb site through the connector and through CT spawn. I just giggled a little bit because now Penta is named Copenhagen Wolves, and now Copenhagen Wolves are from Germany and playing Dignitas. However, it's Penta against Copenhagen Wolves. Now, it is the Penta squad pushing into the A bomb site, quickly picking up those 2 frags, not leaving any questions who is going to win this pistol round, and they're exploding into Inferno, trying to get that early momentum already, trying to force their opponents into into the place that they are supposed to belong. Dennis with another frag onto Freeze, while I'm still giggling about the team names, because now the admins and the other shoutcasters are talking about that. Hunden with those 6 HP tries to get some money in his bank account by killing one of them. But actually he should try to just throw the flash grenade. But in the end, it doesn't matter anyway. 1-0 in favor of Penta. Now that first aggression by the CTs on top of B was the kind of right setup to go with. but one of them got killed straight away. One of them was taken down to 6 HP, and the same happened on the A bomb side, basically, with Snappy going down to low HP. And in the end, the CTs didn't actually have a chance from the start of the round. Now Penta with that reinforced spike going up against the CTs. Oh, sloppy check by Christie. He pretended to turn around. In the end, he didn't actually turn around, and he didn't see Freeze, who picked up 2 frags just because Crystal didn't check his corner. And if I was the in-game leader, I would be fuming right now, because stuff like that is not supposed to happen in the skill level like that. Still, Penta only loses those 2 players on the A go. They have a Zillion to work against. The rest has been picked off already by Speedy and Dennis. And they will most likely make it 2-0 before anything else happens. Zillion is hiding away on the B bomb side with his 5-7 and the armor. He tries to save as much as possible, so he doesn't need to repurchase everything in the upcoming round and waste some more money. Or just have that 5-7, even if they shouldn't, or if they wouldn't go for that reinforced spy. Zillion still has that 5-7.
Terrorists win.
And now the team names are fixed, finally. It only took 2 rounds to get it done. Copenhagen Wolves on the left side, on the CT side, the supposedly easier side, already down 2 rounds against Penta. And the Germans are picking up the momentum. They have 4 rifles now. Heavy investment into this round, but they know that they are up against unarmored targets, so it should be easy for them to pick it up. And the MP7 for NKJ maybe in there to get some additional money, just be the Bank of Germany, which doesn't have a good reputation in Germany, but still, he could pick up that money and be the vault of Penta. Instead, his teammates are pushing into the B bomb side. NKJ hangs back at the bottom of Banana. Zillion picks off the headshot onto Crystal. Snappy comes in with one onto next. SMF with another one and another one. It's a 4v1. NKJ is the last man standing. This round turned out really ugly for the terrorist squad of Penta. Suddenly it's NKJ. He's got the YOLO and he's going for the YOLO play as well. But he's looking into 4 barrels and that's not going to end well for him. 2-1. Copenhagen Wolves upset Penta with that weak buy in the B bomb side. Everybody was doing his job in a very, very good way. Especially a Zillion with the first frag. Then the push through the smoke was timed perfectly to get out on top of another terrorist. And wow, that SMF was just too good to be true right now. So Copenhagen Wolves have turned the momentum on the tip and made it look good for them. Now Penta on their way to fight their way back. Good frags for them. Speedy then is the next picking up one on the A, or 2 at the A bomb side, 1 on B, and leaving the Copenhagen Wolves squad with only 2 more players. 3 rifles have been captured by the T's, and they're trying to take it to the A bomb side with 3 players. 1 is hanging back at Snacks on bottom of Banana. Dennis trades frags with SMF, makes it a 1v3, and Hunden knows that he's about to save his rifle. There's nothing that he can do about that anymore. Penta showing Copenhagen Wolves that they can do the same that they did to them. Good outcome for Penta, even though they got scared, majorly scared for a second. They managed to get out of this economical slump that they were in and win another round, completely demolishing the CT's money right now. Okay, they have 3k on SMF, Zillion and Freeze, so they could buy up with that rifle that Hunden saves.
Terrorists win.
And those now, after the round, you know, you get the bonus money. So 5k for Freeze, 4k for SMF, Zillion. Goodbye for the CTs. Only Snappy has to stay with his 5-7. But Penta work their own economy up, and they are definitely in a better spot right now. They can afford to give away a round and not need to eco straight away. On the other side, if Copenhagen Wolves can't manage to pull this round into their favor, they are going to be saving, and they will be in a spot that's going to be hard to get anything out of anymore, as Penta would be at a 5-1 scoreline. So it's crucial for Copenhagen Wolves to pick this round up. It's a 5v4 already. NKJ got disposed of in top of B. And luckily for the terrorists, Snappy is not on the bomb site to pick up that rifle. He's still hanging out in the A apartments. Penta with 3 players on top of B will get smoked off, and they can't see anything anymore. They are slowing down, and they think about sending Dennis through the smoke. It would be a horrible play right now, as Copenhagen Wolves have 2 players around that edge of the smoke, so they could easily take him down. And another smoke comes in, and now Penta will flash through. They want to get that going. They are fed up with waiting. Speedy and company get disposed of, though, quickly ending up in a 2v3 now, thanks to Crystal and Dennis's refrags. They are still in the game. They are still in the round. The bomb gets put down. Dennis on the covering, but he goes down to Freeze, who has a really good performance right now. Good shots on Mirage already, and now he's putting down Dennis. Crystal stays alive, but he's pushed from all the different directions. Freeze is coming in from behind as well, and another frag for the Danish AWP player will make it 3-2. Copenhagen Wolves managed to survive their own scare, and they defuse the bomb. Close the gap to only 1 round, and Penta should be able to get the buy going. Dennis could easily drop for one of his teammates, and he does it for Speedy. So the Penta squad have 1 more round to play around with the CT's minds, to get them question themselves in the in the upcoming rounds, basically. The aim of Penta is now, if they can't win the round, at least build up some kind of image, like they always do this and that move, and then change it in the middle of this half. That would be great for the Germans. Now next in that smoke, oh my god, taking out a Cillian and Tanden with a double spray. Next opens up the B bomb site. The terrorists have picked up the action. They are pushing in B without slowing down anymore. They have 1 player on the edge already, in Speedy on the A apartments. Picks off 1, picks up another 1. Penta is going huge in this round, flawlessly capturing the B bomb site and taking care of the A defenders as well. Freeze is now the last man standing. His teammates have weakened the terrorists a little bit, but they were not able to get Crystal and Nex to die. So the Germans are still hanging out on the B bomb site. Freeze picks off Dennis, makes it a 4v1, but he's already on the back foot. And Speedy is hanging out there in the CT spawn, making it a triple kill for him. 4-2. Penta with a very good opening shot by Nex. Completely demolished the B defenses. And they didn't waste a chance. You know, some teams get those 2 opening frags and then they slow down and think. And this time the Penta squad just rushed into B. They knew there is maximum 1 more player inside B, and if we all rush him, he might get 1 or 2 frags, but we are still in control of the bomb site. We should be able to plant it and then hold on against the then 2 remaining CTs, and that was their kind of thinking process, and paid off with a round. And now they have the 2 opening frags in this anti-eco round, making that another one onto Hunden, and the ceiling goes down as well. Snappy has captured an AK on A apartments, but he's left alone, and the terrorists obviously know where he's at. Now they even have a beacon on their compass, so they should be closing in a second. Snappy needs to run as fast as possible. He's got 35 seconds to defend that weapon from being taken out of his hands. And Penta will probably make it 5-2, which is a good scoreline on the terrorist side already. But I said the same about the terrorist scoreline on the first half on Mirage, when it was 8-7 in favor of Copenhagen Wolves, and Penta was still able to draw it back to a 14-16. So never count out any team, never underestimate them either. Penta with a 3-round lead. The CT's on a bye again, and they have one max 7 for SMF, so it's not a complete buy, but they figure that Penta can't be allowed to pick up any more rounds, so they figure that it's the best to have at least 4 rifles, put that max 7 somewhere where it could wreak havoc, or at least make the terrorists think for a second, slow them down, or you know, get some distraction going between the terrorist side. Now Snappy with the first kill onto Speed in second mid. A good start for the CTs right now. They just need to hold on to that as Penta is pushing into the middle. They get smoked off for now, so they can't go any further, but at least they know basically nothing right now. They just know there's one on A long, but that's information you could always call that. There's almost always somebody around A long on the CT side. Now Chris is going for that shoulder peek with the knife. He spots a CT behind the truck, but can't get it done with that pop shot. Now Penta is slowing down in top of middle, allowing the CTs to go in with the rotation. Now Dennis picks off Snappy on A long. Krista still goes for that shoulder peek. Freeze gets it back to a 4v3 situation in favor of his team, but now he's smoked off and he goes for the smoke spray. Needs to reload. NKJ already on the A bomb side. SMF is there in the pit, but he's under some pressure from the terrorists. SMF just stays in the pit, and that's a good play. He doesn't he doesn't need to necessarily go huge. He just needs to stay alive, keep the terrorists busy, and that's exactly what he does until his timing is right. When the terrorists actually figure that, okay, the pit player doesn't show up, we need to do something else, we can't wait for him to pop up. So they went for the bomb plant, they went for a long control. He allowed his teammates to get back on the bomb site, and then he chimed in with 2 nice frags, makes it 3-5. Copenhagen Wolves back with a round on the board, but they are still up against 4 rifles on the Penta squad. Tech 9 for Speedy. And the Germans once again opening up with the aggression on B Banana. They realize how important that part of the map is. Early control. If you lose it on the terrorist side and let the CTs get control of Banana, they can easily get 4 players on the A bomb side, and it's basically a lockdown from that point on. So good play by Penta, but they need to work a little harder for that. They didn't pick up too much damage so far, and they need to get something done in this round, otherwise they would run out of money and allow Copenhagen Wolves to draw the game. Now Speedy with the Tech 9 madly spraying away onto Cillian. Even though Cillian and Hunden get 2 frags, the terrorists are still in it, with Krista pushing the A bomb site alone. He picks off 1 and makes it a 3v3. Now Freeze pulls it back with his AWP. Freeze with another one, covering his teammate. Even though he was a little bit too late, he made it down and made it a 2v1. The bomb is dropped on the B bomb site. Krista is coming in with 9 HP, but he's covered from CT spawn and from the B bomb site, and the bomb is basically lying between the 2 CTs. Crystal at the frag onto Freeze, who's completely caught off guard. SMF didn't cover his teammate, and now he's got him tracked down, though the terrorist is not allowed to pick up the bomb, and Copenhagen Wolves make it 1 round difference between them and their opponents. It might actually get a draw if Penta can't get this eco round going in their way. Now let's take a look at the scoreboard. We've got 8 frags for Freeze, 6 for Cillian at SMF. On the other side we have 9 for Dennis and 8 for Speedy. Freeze tried to make himself hit another shot, but he didn't. So now he's reconsidering his strategy. And oh my god, Speedy with a double headshot onto SMF and Snappy the P250 straight to the face. Now he's trying to hunt down Freeze. Flashes him. Great work by Speedy, opening up the A bomb site, getting up close and personal, take it out. The first 2 CTs, another one for NKJ. Now next draws out a Cillian, and the bomb was dropped at bottom of middle. Just now gets picked up by the terrorists and carried to the A bomb site. And well, Penta just has the A bomb site under control. They don't need to necessarily worry about anything anymore. Hunden is already spotted, even though he manages to get the better of Nex. Speedy is there with his 3rd frag of the round, and Penta upset the CTs with that very quick A bomb site play. Copenhagen Wolves was a little bit too close. They had 2 players there, but Speedy was so fast, basically. He shot the first, and before he actually knew that he hit that shot, he turned around to the other one already. And before the body of the first player hit the floor, his second already traveled through the through the cranium of the second player. What a great opener for Speedy. And Penta with the 6th round on the board, forcing the CTs to save. Everything is turning away from Copenhagen Wolves. They try to get back with aggression in apartments, and they finally find a frag by SMF. But it's a little bit too late. It's a 4v2 already. SMF could try to save that AK for the next round, or, well, make it expensive for the terrorists. But there's no real point in making it expensive for the T's right now. They have... Well, there is some point to making it expensive. They only have 3 players on 4K. So if he eliminates 2 more players, he could actually keep them low on money. But I think he's going for the save here. It's more important for the CTs to worry about their own game right now, instead of trying to demolish their enemy's play. SMF has found a good corner to tug into, and Freeze is trying to help him out a little bit with spotting and delaying the terrorist push. Freeze is basically the decoy. He shows himself, makes the terrorist think that it's the save in the terrorist spawn, and tries to hold them at bay for a second. Now SMF should be able to get out there, and exactly what I said happens next. And Dennis, check out the terrorist spawn. Nobody is entering that part of the apartments, and good play by Copenhagen Wolves to hold on to the weapon. And we have another VAC authentication error. A Cillian left the game. So this pause couldn't be better for Copenhagen Wolves. In my opinion, they needed that pause. They needed to talk about their positioning and their way of playing that game. Penta got that 1 anti-eco round on the board, and they got another one on top of that. So there are no major mistakes by Copenhagen Wolves. Not like, oh, guys, we are too slow on the rotation, we need to work on that or something like that. But it's just individual plays by Penta that make them stumble and unexpected things to happen. For example, that double kill by Speedy in A main. It doesn't necessarily mean the CTs are playing bad right now, but they are certainly not on point today. On Inferno at least. And looking at the round distribution, you can see that the economy is playing its role as well. The CTs were not quite able to work their way into this 5k money situation where they can just buy up repeatedly, and even if they lose 2 or 3 players, they have enough time to work their economy back up until they lose 1 round. That has not been the case. Penta just kept their economy so low. Now Copenhagen Wolves with the desperate attempt to keep them from achieving anything else. 3 FAMASs for them. And Penta with another FAMAS for Crystal, funnily enough. But way more money than the CTs have. SMF now changing his position, getting the headshot onto Crystal, making it look good for the CTs, especially as the A apartment push is a little bit too delayed. Freeze takes out next. Now Speedy's time has come, and he takes down Snappy. The first one goes down. Now Freeze tries to regain control, and he exposes himself to Speedy. Just a glimpse for Speedy, and it was not enough to take Freeze down, but it was enough for Freeze to let Speedy know that he's been spotted, and that makes Speedy slow down and makes it call for his teammates. The terrorists are still committed to the A bomb site. Copenhagen Wolves still have Hunden on the B bomb site, and they refuse to rotate him around. NKJ just takes his time, takes that shot, goes to work on SMF. Freeze, then gets a refrag. Dennis just pushes into the bomb site with his Tech 9 in hand, takes on Freeze. It's a 2v2. The CT is running for his life, and a good spray will keep him from being killed. In the end, the bomb will go down for the terrorists. The CTs in a double, in a 2v2 retake situation. The AWP gets dropped for the FAMAS. No, actually the FAMAS is still in the hands of a Cillian. Dennis with the frag, then Speedy to chime in with the covering fire. And Penta win another round, make it 8-4. And that slow rotation by Hunden was kind of the factor right now. Even though Copenhagen Wolves weren't quite sure that it's going to be the A bomb site, it wasn't a definite attack by Penta. They didn't have the bomb, so the CTs were still questioning their positions. But if Hunden was at least in CT spawn or something, it could have been a different outcome. Next, with a good headshot onto Handen to open up the B bomb set. The CTs had a 4-man stack on A, and it's not going to work out. The T's already in B. They are cautiously taking that. They expect some CTs to hang out somewhere in those corners, and they check everything before they plant the bomb. It actually allows Freeze to get into position with his 5-7. But now he's spotted, and the terrorists will hold their positions. They have NKJ on top of Banana holding the CTs from getting into the back. And Crystal plants a C4, so now the money's in the bank already. Speedy gets one. SMF deals some damage to the terrorists, but not too much. Only one player gets taken out. Copenhagen Wolves still have 2 left. They have Snappy to come in from behind from CT spawn. There's nobody around anymore. Brazilian will get taken out by Dennis, and Snappy tried to get to the rifle, and that was heads up play by the terrorists. Somebody actually carried that rifle away, and even though he shot his teammate in the process, Penta didn't allow Snappy to get his hands on any rifle in this round. 9-4 in favor of Penta. What a great scoreline on the terrorist side. Even if they lose the remaining 2 rounds, it's still a great outcome for them. Copenhagen Wolves with a 5 rifle buy. 3 men on A, 2 at B. No real B aggression. No play to take control of Banana. And they are playing it passively for now. Penta taking it a little slower as well. They still capture Banana. In the meantime, SMF pushed into apartments, took out NKJ with a swift shot, makes it a 4v5, and Crystal is still on top of middle. He's actually pushing through the smoke, taking out SMF, makes it look like an A push, actually makes a Cillian rotate towards CT spawn, and that is a wrong guess by the CTs. Hunden faces off against 1 against 2, and he doesn't find the kill onto Speedy, but there is a Cillian with a double kill. He finishes off the round, makes it a 9-5, and keeps Copenhagen Wolves alive, even though they are coughing blood right now. They needed that round. They desperately needed it to afford a possible pistol round loss. So the Danes try to hang on to this game. Penta with 5 AKs for themselves. They have 4 rifles and an AWP to work against on the CT side. And Freeze makes his AWP work in the fashion that it's designed to be. Straight frag for them. Then SMF and Snappy pick up those frags on their own pushes, basically. Make it a 5v2 already. Speedy and Crystal trying to work in second mid and in middle. But they are not aware if the CTs are pushing from Banana or something, so Crystal needs to watch his back and his front at the same time. Makes it amazingly hard to get anything done, and he decides to push through the smoke. The CTs didn't spot him, but Freeze covers his teammate. Good shot to keep him alive. Now it's Speedy alone in this last round of this half. Oh, he goes for the cheeky shot onto Freeze. Good shot, taking him down to 17 HP. But the Tech 9 is strong, but not that strong. 9-6 in favor of Penta on the terrorist side. 3 rounds between them and CTs. Looking good for the Germans. And I think they should be able to draw this game. Let's see how the second pistol round turns out. It is telling us where this game could go. 12-6 or 9-9. That is in case the teams mop up those anti-eco rounds. If they can't manage to do that, I don't know how this game turns out to be. Copenhagen Wolves now on the terrorist side, going for the straight B attack. The most basic pistol round that is possible. The CTs don't get away. Cillian bends that bullet around the corner to take Dennis out, but Speedy's still there, fighting away against the terrorist squad. Takes SMF down to 30 HP and disposes of Hunden. It's a 4v4 retake situation for the CTs, and they're coming in from construction side and 3 from B main. Speedy with another one onto a Cillian, then SMF, but Crystal and next quickly make it a 1v3, and that is over way too fast to react to that. SMF is down to Crystal. The bomb gets defused. Penta will make it 10-6.
Has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
That retake was just pure individual aggression, and everybody just romped into the B bomb site. Nobody stopped, and that made it so hard for the terrorists to react to that. It was like a swarm, you know, a swarm of fish. It always moves the same direction and it adjusts their positions, and like that Penta swarmed into the B bomb site, made it look easy on the retake, even though Copenhagen Wolves had the bomb planned and had 4 players to cover it. The CT's fast aggression and the fast retake didn't allow the terrorists to get into good positions, and that was another factor to win the round for the CTs. Now SMF got himself into good position. No, actually was Isilian to take Dennis down, even though SMF was the guy to spray at him. And Isilian picks up that P90, makes it a 4v4. Then Speedy replenishes the lead for the CTs, but he's down to 22 HP. Needs to watch out. He could possibly be taken out by any of the pistols. And there it goes. Speedy goes down to Snappy. The terrorists in control of the B bomb site, but not quite yet. Nex and Crystal coming in from the construction site. Next with the first. Crystal is already in position to cover his teammate, and a double kill will finish it off. 11-6 in favor of Penta. Good effort by Copenhagen Wolves. They almost got control of the B bomb site. If Nex and Crystal weren't as fast as they had been, the bomb surely would have been planted. Got them a little bit more money on the bank, and maybe even allowed them to, or would have allowed them to take the fight to the CTs and defend the bomb from being defused. But it didn't happen. Crystal and Nex were too fast and the SMGs were too strong. Now the Danes are left with the upgraded pistols, but only a small upgrade, a few P250. Speedy burns one of them alive. Nex and company are taking control of middle, and the rest of the terrorists will exit through balcony. Nex is there to welcome the first one with a headshot, but Snappy takes him down in turn, makes it a 2v3. If the terrorists could plant the bomb, it could be good, but Chris is there already, and Speedy will hose Snappy down with the P90. 12-6 in favor of Penta. Copenhagen Wolves now with the first rifle round, just losing that pistol round, not being able to pick up any bomb plans in the following rounds, and especially not being able to pick up any rounds. Doesn't necessarily mean that Copenhagen Wolves are out of this game. But Penta did get themselves into a very good position to close it out in the second map and make it a 1-1 tie. In case you have betted on CSGO Lounge, your skins would be returned. And Next, with a nice and good played double kill in middle, uses his grenade and his equipment to major effectiveness. Crystal with another one, 13-6 in favor of Penta. And that was, by the way, the first rifle round. If you haven't noticed, the terrorists actually had rifles, but Penta played it as if it was an anti-eco. They just didn't care at all. Now 5 Tech-9s for the rest of the Copenhagen Wolves, trying to get around on the board in the second half. Penta, however, with the captured AKs and every weapon, they could have picked up even more AKs, but they didn't want to. Hunden fires onto Dennis through his teammate. Speedy with a 5-7 picks up 2, makes that push stall a little bit, but just for a second. Now they are on the bomb and they will put it down. Finally a plan for the terrorists. Freeze and Snappy. They have the armor, they have the rifles as well, and they have Tech-9, so even if they run out of bullets, they're not necessarily weaker compared to before. NKJ and Crystal eat a nade. 57 and 77 remaining for those two players. They are pushing into the bomb site. They finding the first one, but Snappy gets out on top of that exchange. Another one for Freeze, and Crystal is standing there, getting the headshot onto Freeze, making it a 1v1. Crystal makes it happen. Defuse is coming in already. The bomb is ticking quite fast, but he does make it in time, and that was a very, very close round. Chris is down to 6 HP, but he came out on top of this 1v1. 14-6. That was the kind of game breaker. Copenhagen Wolves hope to get that round on the board with those 5 Tech-9s. It was so close. They actually had a 2v1, but Penta managed to fight back, and Crystal won the round for them in the 2v1. Now Penta just need 2 rounds to make it a 1-1 tie. The Danes with an AWP for Freeze, and the Cillian with the opening kill for onto Dennis. 4v5. They need to win all the remaining rounds if they want to take it home. And that would mean a 10-round streak on the terrorist side without being interrupted by the CTs. I highly doubt that to happen, but maybe they could make it a draw. Let's see if Penta get to the match point already. They have Speedy down on 43 HP and a 2-man stack on B, top of Banana, 2-man and A. But actually the 2 A defenders are working individually and Crystal gets taken out by the terrorists. Now Speedy replenishes the player count, makes it a 1-man difference once again. But the CTs now know that it's going to be the A push. And they have NKJ to hang on. NKJ in pit. He doesn't find a frag at all. Freeze takes out Nex in bottom of middle. And it's a 1v4 in favor of the terrorists. They will hold on to the bomb. No question about that. Speedy is still eager to get a few exit frags. With his 43 HP, it might get dangerous for him. But he doesn't care about the money, it looks like. Even though he's down on 500, then is down on 0. Oh no. Oh, Speedy! Oh! He's going for the knife. And he does get it onto Freeze. He was way too focused. Speedy playing with his opponents a little bit. Now he's got the money that he wanted. And he's got another frag onto Hunden on top of that. Good play by Speedy. Making it expensive and winning some money for himself as well. Even though they don't win the round, Penta have the money to buy up anyway. So Copenhagen Wolves still have to battle that mountain. They have to climb it and they need to leave their mark on that mountain. Penta with the AWP that then is saved. FAMAS for Crystal. On the other side, 5 AKs for Copenhagen Wolves. So that frag onto Freeze actually kept the terrorists from buying another AWP. That was really good for Speedy and his squad. Dennis with a frag onto Freeze. And Speedy with the kill on the chicken. Next up with a double kill onto SMF and Snappy over at the A bomb site. Now Next is trying to spray down another one and actually does mess up that spray. Goes down to Hunden, but Crystal puts Hunden down and Asilian is left alone in top of or in middle of Banana. The CTs came in from every single direction. And I don't know why the auto director switched to third person in mid round and made me mess up the camera. But I don't know what was happening. 28 frags for Speedy, one of them being a knife. Really good play by him. On the other side, 19 for Nex, and then 16 for Freeze, 13 for SMF. Penta with 8 match points. Dennis opens up nicely. Copenhagen Wolves fights back with a kill by Asilian, and they have captured the bomb site. They are not aware of that yet. They are just checking out the corners. The CTs are moving in from bottom of Banana and CT spawn already. They have 3 players coming in from CT spawn. One of them already about to capture the construction site, making it a 3v4, a 2v3 now thanks to Freeze's trade with Nex, but the terrorists are forced away from the bomb site. Snappy is under fire already. Freeze is hiding away on top of Banana. He's smoking in. Snappy just dances around, tries to stay alive, but both of them get killed in basically the same moment, and Penta win it 16-7 and make it a 1-1 tie, so your skins get returned. And I thank you for tuning in. This has been a great exchange between Penta and Copenhagen Wolves. Congratulations to both teams for performing really, really well. I will end the stream in a few minutes, but first I will go for an advertisement break. You can still hang around and listen to some music with me. I will be back to talk to you.